Alright, what's going on everybody? I'm here in Portland dropping off a lens that I had rented over the weekend for a senior photo shoot. If you guys are following me on Instagram or Snapchat, you would have seen some behind the scenes stuff from that. So definitely go check that out if you're not subscribed. No, followed, not even close. I'm almost late and I kind of hate it when I'm late, so I gotta go do... While I was in Pro Photo, I actually took a little bit to kind of test out a lens that I've been looking at for a while. And it's a really popular lens that many of you have probably heard of, and it's the Sigma 18-35. I use this in combination with Sigma's MC11 adapter to put it onto my Sony. Now, the problem is, and the thing that I was kind of wanting to test, is that my camera is a full frame, and that lens is designed for a crop sensor. So in order for me to use it, I would need to put my camera in APS-C mode, which essentially crops in on the image on the sensor, kind of giving you reduced resolution. But if you're shooting in 4K on this camera, it already crops. So it kind of just works out. So I wanted to play around with it, see how the autofocus worked, because that's something with this camera I kind of really enjoy and have been spoiled with for videos. So that's definitely a key point for me. I used to be a total gear addict, like always wanting the next lens and always sort of hoarding gear and buying equipment that I wasn't necessarily really going to use. Until recently, I kind of just said, don't buy it unless it's absolutely necessary, unless it'll pay for itself, really, I kind of completely changed my mindset and changed it to where I was really only purchasing the things I needed. And that's been good. It saved me a lot of money, it saved me a lot of frustration, but I'm shooting more and I'm doing a lot more freelance projects, and having some more lenses might actually be justifiable, so who knows? You know, I've noticed lately that there is somewhat of a big misconception around the entrepreneur grind, that it's always some sort of exciting life and there's always something really interesting going on, and making money for yourself and creating a name and a business, a personal brand, is this glorious endeavor. But that really isn't the truth. And the fact of the matter is that sometimes it's honestly really monotonous, it's really boring, and it's just really dry. It's not always this flashy, glamorous travel, going to amazing places, working with cool people, networking. I mean, that's all a part of it, but it's just not what happens on a daily basis. And I think a lot of people get caught up and sucked into all these people who are posting and sort of portraying this lifestyle, that they feel as though they're not accomplishing it well enough for themselves because their life doesn't look like this guy's. And this kind of bugs me, because I think a lot of people have amazing potential to make these brands, to make these names for themselves, but get so discouraged because of the sort of false advertising that's being put out there around the name entrepreneur. Now, I don't think I'm any sort of amazing, self-made, successful business person or anything, but I think I've come a long way in working hard for what I'm working toward, which is this successful career in content creation. I say content creation because I started with photo and I'm doing a lot more video, so now I kind of do all of it. So I just make content on the internet, I guess. And I've done some pretty cool stuff, and I've gone some pretty cool places with my career here. And I can tell you firsthand that it is not what everybody makes it out to be. There's a lot of work that goes into it. There's a lot of just bleeding through your eyes, just working and grinding, and a lot of people need to realize this, that it's not always glorious. The grind is sometimes boring, the grind is sometimes really not that fun, but it's all a part of it, and working toward that bigger goal of having that successful, flashy, awesome lifestyle that we all kind of see. It's been a little bit since I've talked to you guys about like the fitness side of things. If you've been a subscriber for a while, you'll know that for the greater part of the last year and a half or so, fitness has definitely been a part of my life, and you've seen it a little bit in videos, not a ton. You might also know that I deal with a pretty shitty lower back condition, so it's been kind of restricting me for the last, give or take, 6 months or so in the gym, and kind of with a lot of things. I haven't been able to be here as much as I would like to, and it's kind of just I've been losing weight. The gym and fitness is definitely a really important part of everyday life for me because it really helps with my anxiety levels and stress levels. Now that summer's over and my stress levels have kind of gone down from just the summer grind and monotonous freelance, my back pain seems to have kind of gone down a little bit too. Not exactly sure why stress seems to correlate with pain, but it does. So now I'm hopefully gonna be trying to eat a little bit more, go back into a caloric surplus, kind of put on some mass. I mean, I'm not a very big guy to begin with, so. All right guys, we are back from the gym. Feels super good to get back in there and kind of start pushing myself again. Like I said, it definitely helps with my anxiety and my stress levels. If you guys deal with any sort of that stuff, I highly suggest trying out some sort of physical activity. It doesn't have to be in the gym lifting weights. I mean, there's plenty of things you can do to just kind of get your body up and going. But I hope you guys were able to take at least something from the message of today's video, which is that the grind is not always glorious. The entrepreneur life is not always so glamorous that everybody sort of makes it out to be. And that if you're feeling discouraged because your life doesn't look like every Instagram entrepreneur or YouTuber's lifestyle, then it doesn't mean that you're not succeeding, because it truly doesn't always look like that on a daily basis. There is so much just day by day monotonous work that happens that truly nobody shows because it's boring. Nobody really wants to show it, just the everyday tasks that sometimes will span on for weeks at a time that you just aren't doing anything exciting, but it's all a process to getting toward that goal lifestyle. If you guys are an entrepreneur or you're building a brand, a personal brand, a company, I wanna know about it. I wanna hear your guys' stories. I wanna hear the things you're struggling with. Let me know down in the comments, but I think I'm gonna wrap it up for today's video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you in the next video.